If LeBron James were voting, he says he'd place himself atop the MVP ballot. The campaign for his fifth continues tonight in Charlotte as the Cavs take on the Hornets here on NBATV. The King won't have his sidekick, Kevin Love, however. The Cavs placed Love in the concussion protocol after he took a shot to the mouth in the first quarter of last night's loss in Miami. Isaiah Thomas's long, strange season has come to an end, apparently. The Lakers announced IT will undergo arthroscopic surgery tomorrow in New York with an extended rehab to follow. Still no word on the status of Spurs All-Star LaMarcus Aldridge, who left last night's loss in Washington with a knee contusion. LA was to undergo an MRI today. And while Coach Steve Kerr is still using the word probably, Kevin Durant's more definitive about his return tomorrow night against Milwaukee, telling ESPN, quote, "I'm playing." He's missed the last 6 games with a rib injury. Hey everybody, welcome into the Auto Trader pregame here for a Wednesday night. Matt Weiner, Sekou Smith, Greg Anthony, and the Glove, the Hall of Famer, back with us again. Gary Payton, you're back for more.
Back for more. Here I am. Here I am.
Good to have you with us, and he's prepared to D-up if necessary, if that becomes a thing here during the show. Early start for us because just after the top of the hour, we'll bring you the Cavs and Hornets from Charlotte. Second of a back-to-back for Cleveland after a costly loss in Miami last night. The Cavs shot just 36%, scored a season-low 79 points, and along the way lost Kevin Love, who took a shot to the mouth in the first quarter and is now going through the concussion protocol. The Hornets are still hanging around the outer fringe of the playoff race, 5.5 out. They've won 4 straight, would probably have to win their final 7 for any sort of miracle playoff appearance to happen. But let's start with the Cavaliers. GA, you did the game last night. What stood out to you about the Cavs' performance most?
Honestly, they were putrid. They were really a bad team. I really was impressed with the physicality and the intensity from Miami. And it was a wake-up call for Cleveland because I don't think since this group, as presently constructed, has seen that type of physicality. That was a playoff atmosphere. That's the first time I've been in American Airlines Arena. And it was actually, the arena was full before the tip. Like, generally, it doesn't fill up to about the second quarter.
Yeah. Or halftime.
Yeah, halftime. I mean, it's like a bunch of empty seats. And so that they didn't handle that intensity and that physicality well. And I'm talking from LeBron on down. I mean, they were manhandled in that game. And so it's easy. You can listen, if you don't believe in Cleveland, they gave you every reason to not believe in them last night. I wasn't as concerned with them, though, because, remember, they've got a lot of guys that have never had that experience. Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance Jr., those guys have never played in any kind of a playoff atmosphere, right? Because they've never even been in a playoff push.
Right.
And so for them, I thought it was a rude awakening. And I think George Hill, Rodney Hood, for them coming over, it's the first time they've experienced it in the roles they have on that group. And they didn't handle it well. So I think tonight will be really telling because what you want to see, we've all been on great teams that have had it handed to us, right? I mean, we've 60-win teams. I remember we lost to 2 teams that won 20 games back-to-back nights by 25. In a year, we won 62.
Yeah.
But it's how you respond to those games. Like, so tonight will be very telling. No Kevin Love. How all those guys respond to what happened to them last night. Do they take pride in the fact that they got embarrassed on national television?
Well, and the results will have an impact on the standings, as you can see. Philly plays tonight. Cavaliers play tonight. They could flip-flop by night's end. Gary, when you look at the standings, how much does it matter to the Cavaliers where they're seated moving forward?
I don't think it matters to them at all. I think when you get into the playoffs, and especially when you got the best basketball player in the world on your basketball team, they did it last year when they did it to Boston. They didn't care if they was the one seed. They went into Boston and they took it from Boston. I think they're going to do the same thing. You don't want to play this team, I don't think, in the playoffs with him, because he's going to change in the playoffs. He's going to be a better basketball player. He's going to be more serious about things. Last night, I didn't even think he was engaged in the game.
South Beach-itis?
Yeah, that's what I said. He was South Beach-itis. I didn't even think he was engaged in the game. And I think when they come back tonight and they play Charlotte, they're going to be a wake-up. It's a team that's a bad team in Charlotte. They're not playing very well. And now he's going to come here and he's going to make a statement. You know, I think I'm not worried about it. I think when they get to the playoffs, they'll be fine. They're going to beat somebody on their home court, and they'll be